Have your legs started to feel heavier, weaker, or sore? Do you find it harder to walk, climb stairs, or even just stand for long periods? If so, you need to pay close attention, because what you're about to learn may be the exact reason this is happening, and it might be something you've never suspected. In this video, we're uncovering the two most harmful vitamins that could be stealing the strength from your legs after 60. Yes, vitamins, ones that are commonly believed to be good for you, could actually be weakening your muscles, straining your joints, and making your legs feel shaky, stiff, and sore. What's most alarming? These harmful agents are hiding in plain sight in the foods you eat and the pills you take every day, often with the best intentions. You likely bought them from a pharmacy, thinking you were protecting your health, supporting your bones, and doing the right thing. But in reality, these two vitamins could be speeding up muscle loss and quietly undermining your independence. By the end of this video, you'll discover what's really behind recurring leg weakness, swelling, stiffness, and pain. Which vitamins to avoid immediately. And most importantly, how to restore your energy, stability, and leg strength naturally. If you're over 60 and want to stay strong, mobile, and independent, keep watching. This information could change everything. 15. Sugary sweets and desserts, a hidden threat to your legs. Desserts and sugary snacks are often linked with pleasure and comfort, especially as we age. But after 60, that sweet treat can quickly become a silent threat to your leg health. Here's why. Sugar triggers inflammation. Excess refined sugar causes inflammation throughout the body, especially in the muscles and joints. Chronic inflammation makes your legs feel sore, tender, and more prone to injury or fatigue. Sugar drains muscle energy. High sugar intake is linked to insulin resistance, which affects how your muscles absorb and use energy. When muscles don't get enough energy, they weaken and become less efficient, leading to that heavy, dragging feeling in your legs. Sugar adds extra weight, which strains your legs. Excess sugar also contributes to weight gain, and for every extra pound you carry, your legs have to work harder. This increases joint wear, causes more discomfort, and leads to a greater sense of fatigue in your lower body, especially for seniors who already lose muscle mass with age. Sugar hurts circulation. Were you aware that sugar can also impair blood flow? Over time, too much sugar can increase your risk of vascular problems, which reduces circulation to your legs. Poor circulation means your leg muscles receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients, making it harder to repair tissues and recover from daily strain. Empty calories equals weak legs. Most sweets are full of empty calories. They offer little to no nutritional value. They lack key muscle-supporting nutrients like protein and magnesium. Instead of fueling your muscles, sugary desserts actually deplete your body, contributing to the loss of lean mass, one of the top causes of reduced mobility in aging adults. That piece of cake? That slice of pie? It might seem innocent, but it could be slowly robbing you of your leg strength. Artificial additives make it worse. Many packaged sweets also contain chemical additives, dyes, and preservatives that worsen inflammation and disrupt your body's natural balance. When combined with sugar, they form a harmful mix that can directly affect your muscular health. A healthier alternative. Here's the good news. You don't have to give up dessert forever. You just have to make smarter choices. Try fresh fruit with cinnamon. Use natural sweeteners like stevia or monk fruit in homemade treats. Opt for low-sugar, nutrient-dense desserts made with wholesome ingredients. Your taste buds will still be satisfied, and your legs will thank you. 14. Fried foods, the crispy danger to your legs after 60. Let's be honest, fries, chicken nuggets, and golden, crispy treats can be incredibly tempting. But if you're over 60, regularly indulging in fried foods could be quietly damaging your legs in more ways than you think. Fried foods are packed with trans fats and saturated fats, two major culprits behind chronic inflammation. This inflammation doesn't just cause general discomfort, it targets your muscles and joints, especially in the legs, making them feel stiff, sore, and increasingly fragile over time. But it gets worse. Fat blocks circulation. The unhealthy fats found in fried foods can slow down blood flow. That means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reach your leg muscles, making it harder for them to repair, grow, or stay strong. Over time, poor circulation weakens your leg's support system and accelerates joint wear and tear, making everyday movements like walking, standing, or climbing stairs far more difficult. A heavy price for crunchy cravings? Think back. Have you ever felt your legs more sore or heavy after a fried meal? That's your body reacting to toxic overload. These foods are hard to digest and demand extra energy to process, leaving less energy available for muscle recovery. And because fried foods are low in nutrients, they offer very little in return. No protein, no fiber, no vitamins, just empty calories that add stress to your skeletal system. Fried food fuels weight gain. Another big issue, weight gain. The more you eat fried foods, the more likely you are to add pounds, putting extra pressure on your already aging knees, hips, and ankles. It compounds fatigue, increases inflammation, and diminishes balance and leg strength. The better way. It's tough to let go of fried favorites, but it's not impossible. Instead, try baking or air frying your foods, cooking with heart-healthy oils like olive or avocado, choosing lean proteins and vegetables over processed snacks. Every small switch adds up. Avoiding fried foods is one of the simplest yet most powerful steps you can take to protect your legs, mobility, and independence. 13. White bread, the soft saboteur of muscle strength. White bread is a staple in many diets. Toast in the morning, a sandwich at lunch. It's simple, cheap, and familiar. But after age 60, this comfort food can quietly become a health hazard. White bread is made from refined flour, stripped of almost all its fiber and nutrients. What's left? A fast-absorbing carbohydrate that causes sharp spikes in blood sugar, and those spikes directly affect your muscles, especially in the legs. Sugar spikes equals muscle weakness. Repeated blood sugar spikes throw off your metabolism, increase insulin resistance, and reduce glucose uptake in muscle cells. Less glucose equals less energy for your leg muscles, equals more fatigue and weakness during daily activities. And for older adults already battling age muscle loss, this is a dangerous cycle. Over time, it contributes to sarcopenia, the progressive breakdown of muscle tissue that robs your legs of firmness, power, and balance. White bread is nutritionally empty. White bread doesn't just hurt your blood sugar, it also fails to feed your muscles. It's low in protein, magnesium, and other essential nutrients that aging muscles desperately need for recovery and growth. Eating it daily, especially without healthier protein sources, slowly depletes your strength. Bite by bite, meal by meal, it also promotes weight gain. White bread is often eaten with high-fat toppings like butter, cheese, or sugary spreads. This combo makes it incredibly easy to overeat and gain weight, adding strain to already vulnerable joints and legs. And the consequences are clear. Less balance, more soreness, greater risk of injury, and a steady loss of mobility over time. Choose better bread, not no bread. Good news, you don't have to give up bread altogether. Swap white bread for whole grain, sprouted, or naturally fermented breads. Breads made from oats, rye, flaxseed, or quinoa. Pair with healthy fats and proteins like avocado, nut butter, or eggs for a balanced meal. These changes improve digestion, stabilize blood sugar, and help preserve muscle strength. Before we continue, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below, tell me where you're watching from and how your legs have been feeling lately. If this video resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. I'm here to help, either way. And don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you never miss out on vital health tips. Next up, we'll uncover the 2 worst vitamins that could be silently weakening your legs, even though they're marketed as essential. Keep watching, you won't believe what's next. 12. Alcohol, a silent saboteur of your legs after 60. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing alcohol. What may have been a casual drink in your 40s could now carry serious consequences for your muscles and joints, especially in your legs. Alcohol interferes with the absorption of critical nutrients like calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D, all essential for strong bones and muscles. Without them, bones become brittle, muscles weaken, and the risk of falls or fractures increases sharply. Slower muscle repair. Alcohol also slows down the body's ability to repair muscle tissue. After physical activity, your body needs time and resources to recover. But alcohol prolongs this process, leading to lingering soreness, fatigue, and a greater chance of injury. Dehydration and cramps. Another hidden danger? Dehydration. Alcohol draws water out of your system, which reduces muscle flexibility and often leads to cramps, particularly in the legs. Liver strain and weight gain. Chronic alcohol use strains the liver, a key organ in producing compounds needed for tissue regeneration. At the same time, most alcoholic drinks are calorie-dense and contribute to belly fat, which adds pressure to joints and makes movement more difficult. When combined with age muscle loss, this strain can severely limit mobility and diminish quality of life. Have you ever noticed you wake up more sore or exhausted after a night of drinking? That's your body signaling that it's struggling to recover. Inflammation and reduced activity. Alcohol raises inflammation levels in the body, increasing discomfort and lowering your desire to stay active. Over time, this vicious cycle leads to reduced strength, more pain, and less movement. And remember, very soon we'll reveal the 2 worst vitamins that could be undermining your legs without you realizing it. But first, 11. Processed meats, convenience at a cost. From bacon at breakfast to deli ham in a sandwich, processed meats are incredibly common, but they come with serious health risks, especially for your legs after age 60. Packed with sodium and chemical preservatives, these meats fuel chronic inflammation in the body. That inflammation settles into joints and muscles, particularly in your knees, ankles, and thighs, leading to stiffness, swelling, and daily discomfort. Poor circulation and weak muscles. Processed meats also contain high levels of saturated fats, reduce blood flow to the muscles, increase bad cholesterol, impair circulation. When your legs don't receive enough oxygen and nutrients, they can't regenerate or stay strong. The result? A slow but steady decline in leg strength that limits your daily activities. Toxic load on the body. These meats also burden your liver and kidneys, the detox centers of the body. Over time, toxic buildup leads to muscle fatigue and slower muscle recovery. Preservatives in these foods can even disrupt glucose metabolism, leaving your muscles short on energy, causing that heavy, tired leg feeling many seniors report. Make the switch. It may be easy to grab ham or sausage, but it's even smarter to choose healthier proteins like cooked eggs, grilled chicken, fish or lean cuts of beef. Swap bacon for avocado toast or processed ham for shredded chicken breast. Your body and your legs will feel the difference. Lighter, stronger, and more energetic with each meal. 10. Instant noodles. They're quick, fast cheap food, and filling, slow legs. But instant noodles are anything but harmless, especially for leg health after 60. Made mostly from refined flour and chemical additives, these noodles offer little to no real nutrition. They're high in calories, low in fiber, protein, and essential nutrients. A dangerous combination when trying to maintain muscle mass and mobility. High salt, swollen legs. A single serving of instant noodles can contain over half your daily sodium allowance. Too much sodium causes fluid retention, making legs swollen and stiff. Increases blood pressure, which restricts blood flow to your muscles. Poor circulation means your legs recover more slowly and become more susceptible to injury. Additives fuel inflammation. The flavor packets that come with these noodles are loaded with preservatives, MSG and artificial colors, all linked to chronic inflammation. Inflamed joints and muscles become less flexible, more painful, and less able to support regular movement. Glycemic trouble. Refined flour gives instant noodles a high glycemic index, causing blood sugar spikes that interfere with insulin function. This prevents your muscles from using energy efficiently, leaving them weak and easily fatigued. Something as simple as a walk to the mailbox shouldn't feel like a struggle. but a poor diet like this can make even easy tasks feel exhausting. 9. Industrial cakes, sweet taste sour, effect on legs. They may taste like comfort, but industrially made cakes are one of the most deceptive threats to leg health in seniors. With refined sugars, hydrogenated oils, and synthetic preservatives, these treats disrupt metabolism and contribute to weight gain, insulin resistance, chronic inflammation. Sugar overload and poor insulin function promote fat buildup and reduce muscle efficiency. Meanwhile, trans fats lower good cholesterol and raise bad cholesterol, blocking blood flow to the legs, causing your muscles to deteriorate faster. Inflammation and immune disruption. Emulsifiers and dyes in these products trigger immune responses, inflaming the joints and causing pain, stiffness, and limited movement. High calories, low nutrition. Cakes are full of empty calories but lack the nutrients your legs truly need: protein, magnesium, and calcium. Feeding your body like this is like fueling an engine with polluted gasoline. You'll stall out before you get going. Instead, consider homemade alternatives with whole grain flour, natural oils, fresh fruits. You still enjoy the treat, but with far fewer consequences for your strength, balance, and independence. 8. Ultra-processed cheeses, sneaky muscle killers. They're creamy, melty, and often advertised as easy, but processed cheese slices, spreads, and canned cheeses are harmful to your legs in more ways than one. But loaded with sodium and saturated fats, these cheeses promote fluid retention, making legs feel bloated and heavy. Increase blood pressure, harming circulation. Decrease vascular flexibility, making movement harder. Mineral imbalance. Processed cheeses often contain phosphates and preservatives that disturb your body's mineral balance, particularly calcium and magnesium, both essential for muscle contraction and bone strength. When these minerals aren't absorbed properly, you'll notice muscle fatigue, joint aches, nighttime cramps, and since these cheeses are low in high-quality proteins, they do nothing to help you maintain muscle mass. A key to staying independent as you age. Choose real cheese. Swap the processed slices for ricotta, mountain, cottage cheese, feta, or fresh mozzarella. These options provide real nutrition, helping your legs stay strong, steady, and cramp-free. Stay tuned, because we're almost at the big reveal. Coming up next, the 2 worst vitamins that are secretly undermining your leg health after 60. Don't miss this. 7. Industrial ice creams, silent destroyers of leg health. While they seem like harmless treats, industrial ice creams are among the most dangerous foods for leg health after 60. They're incredibly popular on hot days or as a sweet indulgence, but don't be fooled. These products are packed with saturated fats and refined sugars, making them highly inflammatory and calorie-dense. Here's why this matters for your legs. This kind of diet causes blood sugar spikes followed by sudden crashes. That roller coaster effect disrupts muscular energy balance, leaving your legs feeling weak, heavy, and prone to fatigue. Poor quality ice creams also damage cardiovascular health. The saturated fats interfere with blood flow, making it harder for oxygen-rich blood to reach your legs. The result? Tingling, numbness, and even chronic cramping. Over time, poor circulation leads to muscle deterioration, loss of mobility, and an increased risk of falls, all from something you thought was just a simple treat. And it doesn't stop there. One common additive, carrageenan, found in many ice creams, has been linked to gut inflammation that worsens muscle recovery and joint pain. What's worse, these ultra-processed desserts interfere with digestion and hormone balance, making it harder for your body to absorb essential nutrients needed for muscle repair and strength. The real problem? They offer zero real nutrition, just empty calories. They don't support your muscles, joints, or bones, and the exhaustion lingers, often getting worse. Each spoonful might be robbing your legs of stability, making daily movement harder over time. 6. Milk chocolates, sweet treats that weaken your legs. Whether after meals or as a midday pleasure, milk chocolates are a favorite snack. But after 60, their regular consumption can take a heavy toll on your legs. High in sugar and saturated fats, they trigger inflammation that directly affects your joints and muscles. Worse still, many commercial milk chocolates have low cocoa content, meaning they lack the antioxidants that provide protective health benefits. What you get instead is a heavily processed mix full of preservatives, sweeteners, and chemicals that burden your liver, pancreas, and muscular system. This leads to exhausted, aching legs with less resilience and strength. The rapid sugar absorption in these chocolates also causes insulin spikes, which disrupt your body's energy supply to muscles, especially harmful for seniors who already struggle to maintain lean muscle mass. They can also promote belly fat, putting extra pressure on your knees, hips, and ankles, a recipe for joint damage and mobility loss. But not all chocolate is bad. Dark chocolate, rich in cocoa, offers antioxidants and flavonoids that support circulation and muscle health when eaten in moderation. It's all about the quality and quantity of what you consume. 5. Canned foods. Convenient, but crippling for aging legs. Canned foods might be convenient, but their impact on leg health can be severe as we age. They are packed with chemical preservatives like sodium benzoate, nitrites, excessive salt, and coloring agents, all of which fuel inflammation and compromise muscle and vascular health. When eaten frequently, they interfere with muscle repair and limit oxygen delivery to your limbs. One major issue is fluid retention, which leads to heaviness, discomfort, and poor circulation, especially dangerous for those managing hypertension, a common condition after 60. Worse still, the high heat used in canning breaks down heat-sensitive nutrients like vitamin C and folate, reducing their effectiveness. Your body then has to work overtime to detoxify, draining your energy and worsening muscle fatigue. Another hidden danger? Aluminium from certain cans, which can accumulate in the body over time and possibly affect neuromuscular function, raising your risk of imbalance, falls, and progressive muscle weakness. The smarter alternative is choosing fresh, frozen, or naturally preserved foods. Cooking with whole ingredients free of artificial additives gives your body the nourishment it truly needs, protecting both your mobility and independence. And if you think only ultra-processed meals are harming your legs, think again. We're about to reveal the 2 most dangerous vitamins that may secretly weaken your muscles, especially if taken in excess. 4. Filled cookies and processed snacks, silent saboteurs of leg strength. Filled cookies and processed snacks might satisfy cravings, but for people over 60, they're silent saboteurs of leg strength. Loaded with artificial dyes, flavorings, preservatives, and stabilizers, these snacks do far more harm than good. They strain key organs like the liver and kidneys, which are responsible for filtering toxins and supporting circulation, both vital for strong legs. Low in protein, fiber, and essential nutrients, yet high in calories, these foods provide a lot of energy, but almost no nourishment. For seniors, this is a dangerous combination. With age, our bodies absorb and store nutrients less efficiently, so relying on foods with little to no nutrition only accelerates muscle loss. One major concern is the use of trans fats, a known inflammatory culprit that damages arteries and blocks the flow of nutrient-rich blood to the legs. This leads to fatigue, pain, and even unsteadiness. Plus, these snacks are usually high in sodium, contributing to swollen legs, varicose veins, and a constant sense of heaviness when walking. They also cause blood sugar spikes and crashes, draining muscular energy and increasing the risk of weight gain and mobility loss. The solution? Swap them for natural snack bars made from nuts, seeds, and dried fruits. They nourish your body while helping your legs stay strong, energized, and balanced. 3. MSG-laden convenience foods, hidden hazards to leg health. From instant noodles to seasoning packets, meat broths, powdered soups, and frozen ready meals, many of these industrialized foods are filled with monosodium glutamate, or MSG. While MSG enhances flavor, its impact on your nervous system and muscular function, especially after 60, can be quite serious. MSG disrupts key neurotransmitters that control muscle contractions. For those sensitive to it, even small amounts may trigger muscle pain, headaches, tingling sensations, and overall fatigue. When it affects your legs, the result is a sense of heaviness, stiffness, or even tremors. Symptoms that worsen with age as your body becomes more vulnerable to excitotoxins like MSG, which can harm nerve cells. Even more concerning, MSG promotes chronic inflammation in muscles, joints, and blood vessels. Poor oxygenation in your legs leads to muscle weakness, cramps, and reduced mobility. Foods high in MSG also tend to contain a lot of sodium, which encourages fluid retention and leg swelling, further complicating movement and comfort. It doesn't stop there. MSG also affects your body's energy metabolism, disrupting how muscles use glucose for fuel. This leads to reduced muscle performance, even in simple activities like climbing stairs or walking short distances. Over time, this kind of diet can contribute to muscle loss, increased reliance on others, and decreased independence in daily life. What makes it harder to avoid? MSG is often hidden on food labels under different names like flavor enhancer, yeast extract, or hydrolyzed protein. The best move? Choose natural seasonings like fresh herbs, garlic, onion, lemon, and olive oil to flavor your meals without compromising your muscle or joint health. Now, let's talk about the 2 worst vitamins that can weaken your legs when taken in excess. You might be surprised. 2. Excess vitamin A, a silent threat to your muscles and joints. Vitamin A. While essential for vision, immune function, and skin health, excessive intake, especially from supplements, can have dangerous effects, particularly on muscles and joints. After 60, the body becomes less efficient at processing and eliminating excess vitamin A. This leads to accumulation, especially in the liver and joints, triggering muscle inflammation and pain, often in the legs and back. This kind of discomfort is frequently mistaken for arthritis or spinal issues, but it can be a sign of hypervitaminosis A. You may experience weakness, difficulty walking, trouble getting up from a chair or climbing stairs, all from an overload of this vitamin. It also interferes with the absorption of critical minerals like magnesium and calcium, both essential for muscle contractions and nerve communication. Without these minerals, your muscles may become more prone to cramps, spasms, and fatigue. Excess vitamin A also affects the liver, where it can impair energy production, resulting in sluggish, underperforming muscles. But it doesn't stop there. Too much vitamin A promotes bone demineralization, especially in the hips and legs. This significantly increases the risk of fractures in older adults, especially those with osteopenia or osteoporosis. So what's the takeaway? Vitamin A should only be supplemented under medical guidance. Remember, it's found naturally in foods like liver, egg yolks, whole milk, carrots, and pumpkin. A balanced diet typically provides all you need. Overdoing it, especially through high-dose multivitamins or fortified foods, can backfire, weakening your body instead of strengthening it. 1. Too much vitamin D. When a good thing becomes harmful. Often praised for supporting bone strength and the immune system, vitamin D is essential, particularly for older adults. But again, more isn't always better. The problem arises with excessive supplementation. Because vitamin D is fat-soluble, it doesn't flush out easily. It accumulates in your body. This leads to a condition called hypervitaminosis D, which causes elevated calcium levels in the blood, a state known as hypercalcemia. The result? Muscle stiffness, cramping, burning sensations, and even joint pain, especially in your legs. High calcium levels affect muscle and nerve function, interfering with the very electrical impulses that control your movements. The impact can be especially noticeable when walking, bending, or standing for long periods. Vitamin D regulates calcium absorption, but when taken excessively, it can cause calcium deposits in soft tissues, limiting flexibility and causing pain. What was meant to protect your body becomes a source of pain, rigidity, and loss of flexibility. Elderly adults taking high doses without medical oversight are especially at risk. Another hidden danger? Kidney damage. Vitamin D affects mineral balance, and excess intake can overwhelm the kidneys, leading to retention, swelling, leg edema, and fatigue. It becomes a vicious cycle. More vitamin D means more calcium, less filtration, and increased muscle weakness. That's why it's crucial to take vitamin D only when prescribed based on lab results. Taking it just because it's healthy can backfire. Too much can be as harmful as too little. And in the case of your legs, the consequences could be a slow, silent loss of mobility and independence. To wrap it up, if this video helped you better understand how your everyday choices affect your leg strength and mobility, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're here to help you live a healthier life, full of energy, confidence, and freedom. And until next time, stay well and stay strong.